Hello everyone. Someone really struggles with getting consistent, restful sleep. Whether it was being unable to turn mind off at night, feeling exhausted when the alarm went off, or dealing with sleep disruptions. We've all been there. After making both lifestyle and environmental changes to improve sleep habits, a dramatic improvement in energy, focus, and well-being can be seen from getting adequate, high-quality sleep each night. In this episode, we'll share information and practical strategies about the science of sleep and how to troubleshoot the common issues that prevent good sleep. Sleep allows our mind and body to recharge each night. It's essential for cognitive function, emotional regulation, immune health, memory retention, and so much more. Most adults need about 7 to 9 hours of sleep per night, though individual needs vary. But many of us aren't hitting that target, and we feel the effects without realizing how crucial sleep truly is. We'll get into the phases of sleep, optimal sleep habits, factors affecting sleep, and actionable tips for better rest. We want this to be a judgment-free place for honest dialogue and troubleshooting around sleep struggles. We invite you to join in the conversation by liking, commenting, and subscribing. Sleep is essential for both our physical and mental health. During sleep, important restorative processes occur that keep our body and mind healthy. First, let's talk about why sleep is so important. While we sleep, our brains process emotions and memories from the day. Sleep helps the brain rebuild connections between nerve cells that are key for learning and development. Our bodies also release important hormones during sleep, like growth hormone, which aids muscle growth and tissue repair. Simply put, without adequate sleep, we can't function at our highest levels. There are two main types of sleep: rapid eye movement or REM sleep and non-REM sleep. Non-REM sleep has 3 stages, ranging from light sleep to very deep sleep. Each stage serves different restoration functions. We cycle between non-REM and REM sleep stages multiple times throughout the night. REM sleep is important for memory consolidation and learning. Sleep is absolutely vital for maintaining both mental and physical health. Experts recommend that most adults need at least 7 hours of quality sleep per night to function at their best. But what actually drives our daily sleep-wake cycles? There are 2 key processes. The first is our circadian rhythms. These 24-hour cycles are controlled by a biological clock in the brain that responds to light and darkness. This clock regulates release of the key sleep hormone melatonin, which makes us feel drowsy as levels rise in the evening. Our circadian rhythms are why we tend to feel alert during the day but tired at night. The second process regulating sleep is called sleep drive or sleep pressure. This drive intensifies the longer we are awake and calms when we sleep. If our sleep drive does not get adequately satisfied, we feel fatigued during the day. Sleep drive can be influenced by many factors: medical issues, medications, stress exposure, comfort of sleep environment, what we eat and drink close to bedtime, among others. As you can see, getting sufficient sleep is not as simple as putting in enough hours in bed. Both circadian cues and adequate release of sleep pressure are essential. When these systems are aligned properly with lifestyle choices that promote rest, we feel most refreshed. But when misaligned, sleep disruption occurs. Understanding these scientific mechanisms can help us improve our personal sleep habits. Why do some people have a hard time sleeping? Whether it's falling asleep, staying asleep, or waking up well rested, many people struggle with some aspect of sleep. Firstly, sleep disorders like sleep apnea greatly affect people's ability to get restful sleep. With sleep apnea, people actually stop breathing periodically throughout the night, often waking themselves up. Getting tested for sleep apnea might be a good idea if you constantly feel tired even after a full night's sleep. Another huge reason many people don't sleep well is that they have poor sleep habits. Inconsistent bedtimes, using phones, TV before bed, uncomfortable sleep environments. These habits work against quality sleep. Having a relaxing pre-bedtime routine and setting up your bedroom to be cool, dark, and quiet can help tremendously. Chronic pain and other medical conditions also frequently disrupt sleep. If pain keeps waking you up or conditions like asthma or allergies prevent good sleep, definitely work with your doctor to find solutions. Anxiety and stress are other huge contributors to insomnia. Our worried minds can keep us up at night. Managing stress through exercise, meditation, and therapy can pave the way for better rest. Certain medications and supplements, alcohol, caffeine, and even things like temperature, light exposure, and noise can negatively impact sleep. As you can see, there are so many potential factors at play when it comes to poor sleep. Tackling even just a few can start making a difference, though. Pay attention to your habits and environment and take steps towards better sleep hygiene. Your mind and body will thank you. Certain medications and supplements, alcohol, caffeine, and even things like temperature, light exposure, and noise can negatively impact sleep. As you can see, there are so many potential factors at play when it comes to poor sleep. Tackling even just a few can start making a difference, though. Pay attention to your habits and environment and take steps towards better sleep hygiene. Your mind and body will thank you. So how does sleep deprivation affect the body? Let's have a real talk about what happens when we don't get enough sleep on a regular basis. Sleep struggles are so common. Life is busy, and our minds race at night. However, not prioritizing sleep can seriously affect nearly every aspect of our health over time. When we don't get those 7 to 9 hours of recommended sleep each night, it impairs cognitive function, focus, memory, reaction time, and decision-making. Irritability, moodiness, anxiety, and impatience often surge due to sleep deprivation. Our hormones, metabolism, immune system, heart health, and so much more depend on adequate sleep to regulate properly. We become way more susceptible to head colds and flu and have higher inflammation when run down from poor sleep. The risks of obesity, diabetes, heart disease, and other chronic illnesses also rise significantly. Daytime productivity and performance absolutely plummet without good sleep. Concentration falters and cravings for caffeine and carbohydrates intensify to counter the fatigue. But these temporary band-aids don't address the root issue, which is prioritizing rest. If you continually struggle with falling or staying asleep and feel exhausted during the day regardless of caffeine intake, check in with your doctor. Rule out any underlying conditions that could be interrupting sleep, like thyroid disorders, vitamin deficiencies, pain issues, sleep apnea, or anxiety. Establish healthy sleep habits and environment using tips we've covered previously. Your doctor may also suggest sleep supplements. Make getting adequate sleep each night non-negotiable for your health's sake. Slow down, set boundaries, and say no to things, crowding out space for sleep. Nothing on your to-do list is worth the heightened risk of chronic disease down the road. Invest in rest. Your body and mind will thank you. If you're someone who tosses and turns at night, has trouble falling asleep, or wakes up feeling exhausted, this video is for you. Lack of sleep not only makes you feel tired the next day, but over time can take a real toll on your health and well-being. The good news is there are easy, practical steps you can take to sleep better at night. Here are our top 8 tips for a good night's sleep. Tip number 8. Don't hesitate to reach out to your doctor if you continue having sleep problems, as there could be underlying medical issues disrupting your nightly rest. Tip number 7. Maintain a consistent sleep schedule. Going to bed and waking up at the same time trains your body's internal clock for better sleep regulation. Tip number 6. Power down screens and other stimulating activity at least 1 hour before trying to fall asleep, and engage in relaxing alternatives like books or puzzles instead. Tip number 5. Limit alcohol and chocolate close to bedtime, as they can disrupt sleep cycles later in the night. Tip number 4. Establish a relaxing pre-bed routine, like taking a bath, reading, or light stretches. Repeating these sleep rituals is a cue to your body that it's time to unwind and prepare for sleep. Tip number 3. This may seem obvious but bears repeating. Keep your sleep environment comfortable. Your bed should be cozy, your sheets breathable, and the room cool, dark, and quiet. Consider using curtains, a fan, earplugs, or a white noise machine if needed. Tip number 2. Reserve your bed for just sleep and intimacy. Too often we end up replying to emails, scrolling on our phones, or watching TV in bed. Make your bedroom just for restorative rest. And tip number 1, exercise regularly, just not too close to bedtime. Things like a brisk walk, yoga, and strength training during the day help reduce anxiety and tire your body out in a healthy way. But give your body time to wind back down before getting into bed. As we've explored across the Sleep Tips videos, getting enough consistent, high-quality rest is absolutely crucial for health, but so many factors work against this goal in our modern lives. We now know the science of why adequate sleep matters. It allows key restorative processes to occur and drives so many aspects of mind and body function. Without it, we face much higher risk of chronic diseases, hormone dysfunction, poor concentration, low mood, obesity, and safety issues, just to name a few concerns. No amount of caffeine can compensate over the long term. But knowledge is power, and now you understand the driving mechanisms regulating sleep, circadian rhythms, and sleep drive or pressure. We can work with, not against, these systems by structuring routines, environment, and lifestyle choices to align with the body's natural sleep promoters. This looks like consistent bedtimes, melatonin-boosting habits leading up to bed, and addressing any disruptors head-on. You've got this. We encourage you to pick even just 1 or 2 sleep hygiene tips to start with and build momentum from there. Let us know your biggest struggles and wins in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss any of our future episodes. Consistently prioritizing sleep is a challenge in modern life, but pays exponential dividends across every dimension of health and daily performance. Here's to restful nights ahead.